It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game. And it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 48.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Barkley. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. Back to throw. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. A veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing is McCarthy. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Steps away. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles 1st down as a tackle made at the 42.
That's good for an Eagles.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Brings up 2nd down at the 37-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. Buying time to his left. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will. From the gun, it's Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Vikings 3-yard line.
Barkley. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm an Eagles fan. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And they
Don't
will
do that,
not get a
bro.
chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I got cooked like 4 times, man. I got to get mine, man.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Where you from, big homie?
Action with Hurts. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith, 30 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra
You from, big homie?
And it is now 21-0.
You hear me?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor?
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second down and 8. A give to Barkley out of the gun. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss
Looking like a motherfucker.
taken down. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics, or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up
Is our ball?
reach, and now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
So
Oh, he touched it.
20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A handoff, Barkley running left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. Out left to Dotson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Well, the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. And he missed it. Not only was it wide right, didn't even look to have the distance either. Wow. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. Their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And my goodness, another interception. It's Sidney Brown with it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
A final shot before break. McCarthy. And now here's another interception. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts escaping the pressure right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for an Eagles first down.
They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have widened the gap now to 50 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To Jefferson on the slant. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has her. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Throwing is Hurts. Out to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
For an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The ball on the 8. Still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Goes right back to Smith again. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The end result, 21 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st down, Vikings.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now a 2nd and 10. Addison will go in motion left. On play action. Now McCarthy. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards and time on second down. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on third down. Now McCarthy. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging them, give them a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And this time they are ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up third down.
Here's Hurts to throw. Steps away to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their
Yo, you funny as shit, bro.
This contest.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle, Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
To the air with McCarthy. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slam. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's McCarthy. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. So the decision is to go for 3, and the field goal unit comes on now. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit.
Hey, bro's all love, bro.
That's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this will be caught. The coverage continues. It's another touchdown. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And they will take a knee here. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.